Okay, this I bought the center cut. As you see, it's thick. It's good for stuffing. What you're gonna do is you're gonna cut here. You don't worry about the fat. The fat is either gonna go off or it's gonna stay up there. But I'm gonna leave it up there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start here, and you're gonna push in. If I can get it in there, and you're gonna cut. You don't want to go all the way in, and you're just gonna cut around until you can make a pocket. Until it looks like that, where you can just put stuff in there. What I'm making is different kinds of stuff. Pork chops. Mine is going to be a vegetable, and you'll see it once it's finished. This is mine. It's mushrooms, corn, and onions. It's diced. Everything is diced and cut. It's going to go into my pork chop. I sprayed the pan so everything can cook evenly. And over here, I have my stuffing that's going also into it with some seasonings. I'm going to add a little bit of cayenne pepper, some regular pepper, some parsley, and some all-purpose original Creole seasonings. Like I said, it's great for everything. Like I said, all that is going to be stuffed into my shoulder pork chop. You want to continue to stir it up so it won't stick and all the flavors get in there. I've never done this before, so yeah. I always cook, but I never put it on video. So let that cook through. Cut my onions up for my next batch for my husband, and his is going to be a little different. So right now, I'm putting the Q-tips in to hold it all together. These are oven safe. Excuse me, toothpicks. Then once I make sure I have it all in there, you want to make sure it's in there so nothing will come out. Then put it on my pan. And my excess corn and stuff is going to go on top of it. Give it some extra flavoring. This is some Worcestershire sauce. Just a little bit. Some spinach and herb mix. And some Mrs. Dash tomato, basil, and garlic. If I can get it out. Some people like theirs fried, some people don't. I like mine baked. Gets all the grease gone. I'm going to put this in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes and I'm going to let it bake. the next one I'm gonna make is gonna be a little different. So this one is gonna be my husband's. Like I said, this is the same kind of meat. So what I'm doing is, like I said, I made the pocket, and I'm gonna put some stuffing in there. You can use only like maybe a spoonful. No, make sure you get all up in there. I don't like making a mess, so I'm gonna do it over the sink. Stuff it in there as far as it'll go down. You don't want nothing to come out. Now, because my husband is getting cayenne pepper in his, I'm going to put a little bit butter in it and on it. The butter is going to even out the hotness of it. I'm going to put the butter on top of it once I get all my stuffing in. And this, make sure you keep stirring it up so all the flavors can stay in it. You know, you don't want it burned. You want all the flavors to even out throughout it. Then, while it's cooking, I'm going to put this in here. Put that in there. And then the cayenne pepper. You're just going to add just a little bit for a kick. So, you sprinkle just a little bit. Take your spoon and stir it up in there. Now you can get a spoon and taste it. I'm a hot person, but I'm not that kind of hot person. If it tastes too hot, add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce and it will help. The onions is evening out everything. Okay. So I'm going to take my pork chop, open it as wide as I can, make sure it's all up in there, and scoop. Like I said, and then I'm going to just lay it like this, because we're going to put toothpicks on it to keep it together. So, this one is my husband. As you see, I added the butter on it. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of salt. Then, I'm going to add some Great for Everything seasoning. Okay, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. The name brand really don't matter. It's all the same. So, get some juices. Mr. Stash. Did you want some of your toppings on top? Okay. So I'm come over here and get some of my corn that I made. Put it on my pot. Okay. Scoop some up. Just gonna put some up there. Do not has to be y'all neat unless you got some fancy people. Okay. Come over here and get my little bowl. Get a little bit of this. Put it on top. Get a little bit of my cayenne pepper. Okay. Now, let that cook, like I said, 25 to 35 minutes. If you're not too sure, let it cook an extra 5 minutes. And then you'll see at the end how it really looks. So, this one is mine. That's my husband's. Mine has mushrooms and everything else on it. My husband, his don't have mushrooms on it. And this is the one I decided to try. This is a new one. It has cheese inside, some stuffing, some other stuff. And then the two for my kids. So this is the end of the dinner. So what I'm going to do is I got my cornbread, my stuffing on my plate. I'm just get a little bit of gravy and bring it around. Then I'm going to get my pork chop. Put it up there. Get me some corn. Me some beans. Some bread. Throw a little bit of gravy on top. And voila. This is what you have. Now, if you want to see the inside of it, put this down right quick. You take your toothpicks out. Please do not forget your toothpicks. Well, it'll cut open. So what you want to do is cut. Ooh, it's coming apart. Yum. And you can't quite tell, but all the stuffing and the juices is inside. And that's it.